What I thought we could do today is look at the repertoire, the second half of the Joseph Pilates Matwork repertoire. So looking from spine twist number 22 right through the push-up number 37. I know that a couple of you have your demo coming up for this one soon. Some of you may not have even covered this repertoire yet, and that is totally fine. What I'll do today is go through the repertoire with some different layers. Some don't need much layering, some need more. So I'll be really clear when I'm offering a layer versus when I'm offering the actual full version of the exercise so that you can differentiate which is which. And then please, think of any questions on the way through, and we'll have a bit of question time at the end. So if you've got any questions about these exercises, you'll have a chance to ask then. For our warm-up, I thought it would be a great idea to run through Matwork 1 through 10, just kind of pretty fast as our warm-up today, and then we'll get into number 22, which is the spine twist. Sound okay? Let's get moving. You don't need any props today. I'm pretty sure no one is prenatal today, but if you are, please come and just let me know so I can cue that for you. All right, let's get started. Come to your mat for me, please. So we'll start with our hundreds today. Lay yourself down, long legs, arms by your side. Legs are zipped together, toes are pointed. Here we go, curling up, float the legs, arms, head, press your waistband, pulse the arms. Nice, big, vigorous pulses. A little bit bigger there for me, Sophia. Yeah, that's it, nice. Good, keep pressing the waistband right down and see if you could even reach the toes longer to the wall away from you. Good, let's call this 80. We've got 20 pulses to go. Breathing in for 5 and out for 5. Let's do one more set. In for 5 and out. As you come down, lay the legs, lay the arms flat. Lift the arms, reach them back behind you. Then lift them again up to the ceiling, roll up to seated, flex the feet, pulse, 3. Curl back down. Arms reach behind you as you point the toes. Lift the arms, flex the feet, roll up, pulse, 3. Really nice pulses, everyone. Curl back down. Point the toes as the arms reach behind. Lift the arms, flex, roll it up, pulse. Curl it down and let's do one more. As you pulse, see if you could reach a little closer to the wall. As you roll down, we'll stay down. Just make sure you've got enough room behind you for your legs for the rollover. Good, arms are by your side, legs are zipped together. Let's lift the legs, roll over. Separate the legs, roll down. See if you could stop your legs right up towards the ceiling and then reach them away, join them together. Lift them, roll over. Separate, roll down, reach away, close together. One more time. And then leave the legs wide. Let's go in reverse to roll over. Close the legs, roll down, legs away, open. One more time. Lift the legs, roll over. If possible now, tap the toes to the floor. Now we're getting a little warmer. Close the legs. As you roll down, legs come all the way to the floor, long. Great, here we are, ready for one leg circle. Let's lift your right leg up. Can you point the toes at the top, flex the toes at the bottom, circle around. Make it a lovely big circle. See if you can really push the back of the bottom leg down into the floor. Reverse. That leg can come right across. Yes, use your arms to anchor you. And then last one, bring it down, other leg up. Good, flex on the bottom foot, point on the top foot. Off you go. Nice. Palms are pressing into your mat and reverse. 2. Hug this leg now into the chest. Second leg hugs in. Roll yourself up to seated. We're into rolling back, aka rolling like a ball. So round your back backwards. Float your toes off the floor. Can you point them long? And then roll back. Roll up. Balance. Roll back. Roll up. Find your balance. Nice. This is when the water I drank earlier starts to go gurgle. All right, last 2. See if you can keep your toes balancing off the floor. As you come to seated, keep that balance. Let's transition into one leg stretch. We're going into our series of 5. Bring your right leg with you. Stretch your left leg long as you come on down into your 100 shape for your upper body. And we'll switch legs and switch and switch. As you're doing this, feel like you're pressing the back of your waistband right down to the floor. 5, 4, 3, double leg stretch now. Bring both legs in. Both legs are out. Press the hands to the legs. In, press, in, press. One more. As you reach, keep them long, lift them to the ceiling. Right leg to you, left leg away. Double pulse, switch, pulse, pulse. Straight single leg stretch. Again, waistband is pressing to the floor. 5, 4. We've got double straight leg stretch. Next, both legs come up, hands come behind the head. Lower the legs, lift the legs. Lower the legs, lift the legs. Waistband still pressing as you lower. Lower as deep as you can. Keep your waistband on the floor. One more. Bend the knees in, crisscross, and we're done. Twist and twist. Such a good warm-up, huh? Who's feeling warm right about now? See if you can get the chest of your t-shirt to twist right across to the wall. 3, 2, hug your legs to your chest. Come on down. Little side-to-side rock for your back. Awesome. Roll yourself to seated. 1 to 10 flows so nicely, huh? Okay, so now that we're warm, let's get into the second half. We'll start with the spine twist. So I'd like you to stretch your legs out long, sitting as tall as you can. Now, not everyone can sit up straight in this position. Some people may need to come into a bent leg position or a little bend in the knees. But if you can go straight, then do. Lock the legs together, open the arms wide. Fold the hands in for the first one. I'm going to do a layer here. Connect your fingertips and pop your thumbs sticking out like this onto the chest. You know that bony bit at the top? Twist to the side, right around. Try and get your chest to face to the side wall. Bring it back to center. Other side. And twist. And twist. Good, double pulse now. Pulse, pulse, center. On the second pulse, can you get further around? One more. As you come back to center, stay center. Fold the arms out wide. Triple twist now. 3, 2, 1. Center, grow taller. Now, can you have a strong flex of the feet here? So here we're into the full version of the exercise. Legs are still zipped. Feet flex up for me there, Ajahn. Good. Each twist, can you get a little further around? Nicely done. Last one coming up. As you come to center, stay center. Arms relaxed down. We're coming into jackknife. First, let's do a couple of layers. First layer, a roll over with the legs together. Give it a try. Roll over. If possible, tap your toes to the floor. Just roll the legs down. Keep your head on the floor. Can you bring your legs straight up like a candlestick and then roll over again? Tap the toes to the floor. Roll down until your legs point straight up at the ceiling. One more time. Roll over and roll down. Okay, here comes layer number 2. Roll over and stay there. Bring your hands onto the back of your waistband. And can you lift your legs now like that candlestick feeling again? Point them right up towards the ceiling and bring them back down towards the floor. Let's go again. Lift like a candlestick with the legs. lower them back down. One more time, lift and lower. Release the hands, roll down. Okay, if you'd like to come with me for the full version now, let's give it a go. So the arms press onto your mat. Keep them pressing there as you roll over. Now the legs jackknife up, they whip up, down, roll back down, legs like a candlestick. Roll over. Zip, up, down, roll down to vertical legs. Try one more time. Roll over. Zip the legs. Up, down, roll it down, bring the legs all the way to the floor and roll onto your side. So let's face towards the screen to start. Okay, side kick is next. I'd like you to line up the back of your t-shirt with the back of your mat here. Angle your legs slightly forwards. Great. Let's start with the arm down and a little bend in the bottom knee. So this will help with balance here. Float the top leg just a little bit and let's kick front, back, back. Good. And you can see or feel by having the arm flat and the bend in the knee, it gives us a lot more balance. Let's try without it now. So stretch the bottom leg, pop up onto the hand, little space under the armpit. Here we go with the hand, kick, 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 kick. Now I want you to get bigger with your range, almost try and kick yourself in the nose, kick yourself in the back of the head without bending your knee. I know that would be a big kick. Nice. And you're trying to keep your torso as rigid as possible. Last one. As you bring it back to center, bring that leg down. Awesome. Hand comes down. Switch your legs straight across to the other side. Angle your legs slightly forwards to the corner. Start with your arm flat. Little bend with that bottom leg. Okay, off you go when you're ready. Kick, kick, back, back. Nice. So this is your layer. If you'd like to come to full version now, let's extend the leg long. Pop up onto the hand. Pop up with this hand. Hover the leg, off you go. Kick, kick, back, back. Nice. Now you're trying to get as far forward as possible, as far back as possible, but keeping that leg locked straight. Nice. Last two. And one. As you bring it back to center, stay center, pop that leg down. Nice one. Roll onto your back for me now. I lie. Let's come to seated. So I'd like to do a little variation of teaser here. So we'll do a couple of layers first and then we'll move to the full version. For layer one, let's have knees bent, feet on the floor, arms reach forwards. As you round your back, come down to the floor, arms reach behind you. The reason I'm bringing the arms back is they give us a bit of momentum on the way up. Can you curl up to seated, but keep a C curve in your back so you don't come quite up to tall. Bring it back down again. Arms reach behind, lift up, find your C curve. Yes, curl it down. This time as you come up, find that C curve shape, but lift your fingertips and your gaze upwards. Nice. Could you round your back even more in this shape? That's what I'm after. Roll down now. Let's try just one more like that. Good. As you lie yourself down, bring your hands to the floor, pull your knees in towards your chest. So they're quite close in towards you here, and they'll move away from you as you start to sit up towards them. So still let's use the arms for some momentum. We're on another layer here. As you lift the arms, roll up, can you balance your seated position, still with a little bend in the knees, and then lift the arms. Curl back down, knees come towards you. Yes, lift the arms, roll up, find your balance, lifting the fingertips. round the arms, round the back, arms go backwards. Let's try one more. Lift, fingertips up, and roll it down. Hug your legs to your chest, little side to side rock. Nicely done. Okay, you could stay with one of those layers, or let's move it to the full version now. So come to seated if you'd like to try the full version with me. Legs go long. Reach the arms forwards, round your back backwards until you can lift your legs and come right down until you're kind of in your 100 shape with your upper body. Here we go with your teaser. Reach and lift, bring it back down. You're aiming to reach your fingertips higher than your toes. Good, toes are pointed along. You keep the C-curve shape in your back. 2, nice one. On the next, as you lift, pop the legs down, arms can lean back. Nicely done. Okay, that one warms you up if you weren't warm already before, right? We come into hip twist with outstretched arms next. We're actually going to come down to elbows for our first layer here. It gives us a lot more space to be able to do the twisting of the legs. So let's press the waistband down to the floor. As we pull the knees in, join your legs together. So right down the seams of your pants or seams of your tights as it's super glued. Bring the knees a little towards the screen. Circle them down and away from you and around in a circle back towards your nose. Then the other way, circle them around. Back to your nose. Now while you're doing this, can you try and keep the back of your waistband pressed? Good. Let's move to the next layer. Straighten your legs. Start with them straight up if that's possible for you. Circle them around, back to center, other side, around. Yes, nice big circle, Lauren. Beautiful. One more. As you come back to center, bend the knees, place the feet down, and let's try the next layer now up on the hands. So feel the back of the waistband pull down towards the floor. Let's pull the knees in towards us. Keep the knees bent, so we're shortening the lever here. Knees a little to the right, down and around. And same deal, you're trying to pull the waistband down to the floor behind you. And if you'd like to try a full version, straighten your legs right up. Circle around, back to center. Still trying to pull the waistband backwards towards the mat behind you. I know, near impossible, right? One more. As you bring it back, pop the feet down. Whew, rest yourself all the way to the floor. Good news, we get to stay lying down, but onto your tummy for swimming. Flip over. All right. So we've done quite a bit of flexion already in this series. Now we get to do some extension. We start with swimming. Let's start with a couple of layers here. Let's bring the hands stacked underneath the forehead. I like to allow a little separation of the legs here. A lot of people find it easier to get the leg lift when you separate the legs just a little bit. When you're ready, stretch your legs completely. Can you float one of your legs off the floor? You're thinking of the whole leg lifting and stretching long. Bring it back. Try the other leg. Lift and bring it back. Alternate. Good. Go for 3 and 2, and then on the next one, when you lift your leg, hold the leg lift. Smooth switch to the other side and switch and switch. Keep going with this, and whenever it comes down towards the floor, can you imagine that it's just kissing the floor lightly? It's not properly resting. Then start to get a little faster. 5, 4, legs stay straight. 2, and rest them both down. Give your bum a little side to side shake. Excellent. Let's add the arms. Shoot the arms forwards. Now for most people, if they're new to an exercise like this, if you bring the arms a little wider, they'll find that maybe a little more accessible. So you could try that with clients. I also like to turn the thumbs up. Joseph Pilates likes to have the palms facing down. Let's try this layer with the palms up, and then we'll try palms down on the next one. So nose towards floor. Let's lift right arm, left leg up. Look forwards with your gaze. Bring it back down. Try the other leg. Lift arm and leg together and lower. So you're lifting your gaze forwards, so you're bringing your whole back, including the neck, up into extension. Nice. And on the next one, lift and hold. Keep your gaze lifted now as you switch arm and leg. Switch, switch. Stretch the legs like crazy for me, Magdalena. Keep them locked straight. Yes, good. Now start to get a little faster. Could you lift the top of your head a little higher to the ceiling? 5, 4, palms down for the full version. And float all 4 limbs up. Relax it all the way down. Little bum shake side to side. Nice. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push back into all 4s. Nice little transition here would be to give the back a nice little bit of movement. So let's take a mini cat curl as a little break. Curling up, look under. Uncurl, arch, look forwards. Go again. Curl it up, look under. Uncurl. Bring it back to center. Okay, we're up to leg pull front now. Let's do a couple of layers for this one. For leg pull front, we need a lot of upper body strength. And sometimes people have trouble even holding their own weight in a plank. So we'll work on some layers towards that. So spread your fingers nice and wide on the floor. Tuck your toes under at the back of you. Get a good grip into the floor. Think of pushing the chest of your t-shirt further away from your mat. And let's hover the knees just off the floor. Hold. 3, 2, lower the knees down again. Try that again. Hover the knees and you keep feeling like you're pushing the chest away from the floor. 3, 2, and lower the knees. Let's go for one more and you'll notice I'm gradually increasing the time that we're up here. 5, 4, 2, knees come down, sit back onto your feet, give your wrists just a little circle around. Okay, let's come into layer 2. This is where we start to layer the plank shape into it. So come back into your 4-point kneel. If you need to have some space behind you, wiggle forwards on your mat. Let's shoot one leg back. Find your toes tucked, leg long. Second leg, bang, there you are in your plank. One leg comes back to the floor. Second leg, one leg out, second leg out, one leg in, second leg in. Keep on going. And see again if you could have that feeling of pushing your chest away from your mat. Nice one. Let's do 2 more. And second time you hit your plank, stay in your plank. Let's move into the full version here. So you're thinking of pushing the waistband just a little higher to the ceiling, but bum is down. Let's kick one leg. Up, down, other leg. Up, down. Keeping the leg locked straight as you kick it up and down. You point the toe momentarily as you kick. Kick, down, kick, down. Good. Nice long plank position, everyone. So good. Last 2. Lift your gaze slightly for me, Sophia. Yes, and knees come down. Pull back into your rest position, sitting onto your feet. Little side to side rock for your shoulders. Really nicely done. As you roll up, place one hand onto the mat in front of you. Tuck your toes under. Swivel around. Bang, bum hits the floor. Here we are ready for leg pull. Make sure you've got some room in front of you for long legs in just a second. But we're going to start with bent legs. With your hands, I don't mind if they point backwards, sideways, or forwards. Whatever feels better for you for this one. Okay, for leg pull, let's try first a lift of the bum. Just a little lift to start with. And then start to get a little bigger. Good, and you're trying to now push your waistband as high as you can. Try to create like a reverse tabletop shape. Yeah, nice. 2. On the next one, can you stay up? Let's move into another layer here. Stay lifted as you lift one leg in, back down. Second knee comes in, back down. Nice, one more. As you place it to the floor, come back down with your bum. Nice one. Roll out the wrists if they need a mini little break. And then stretch your legs long, zip them together. Hands come back. If your wrists get sore on this one, you could go wider with the arms, which creates a longer line for the wrist, but I find it's a little harder to push up. So the closer you have your arms for this one, the easier it is to push. Let's give it a try. Push up with your bottom off the floor, smooth return. Go again. Lift, trying to push the hip creases forwards towards the ceiling. Go for 2. One more. As you come back down, little circle around for the wrists. Okay, so that was our next layer. Let's move into the full version of the exercise if you'd like to. If you want to stay with the layer, you can. Okay, so we'll push up and go for some leg kicks. When you're ready, hands into position. Point the toes long. Here we go with the push upwards. Kick your leg right, then left. And you're trying to keep your bottom off the floor. Last 2. So 6 in total. Come on down with the bottom. Roll out the hands. Nicely done. That one's hard, huh? Yeah, really hard. Bend your knees in. Come on up. Kneeling. So we're moving into side kick kneeling here. I really do like to layer side kick kneeling a lot. I think, well, it's one of the only kneeling exercises. In fact, I think the only kneeling exercise in Matwork. You can always borrow some from Reformer, of course, but really nice to play around with this one. Let's pop the leg to the side. Arms reach wide. See if you could float this long leg off the floor a little bit. Balance yourself all the way down and reach the arm, come back again. Lift the leg. Balance yourself down. Good. And back up again. I actually did this one in this morning's class at the studio. Good. Nice. So if anyone did have a sore wrist here, you could always cue them just to land on a fist because you're trying to land really gently on that hand, right? Okay, last 2. On the next one, let's stay over in the side bend or in the side position, lifting the leg high, fold the hand behind the head. Let's start with some pulses up with this leg. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fold the foot right in towards the bottom, and I want you to think of your kneecap coming forwards and backward, forwards and backward. And it goes right back behind you as much as you can. So I've shortened the lever here and the leg feels a little lighter. Now try with a long leg, full version. Your leg is as high as you can manage. Your knee stays locked straight in this one, toe pointed. 3, 2, 1. As you bring it back to center, stay center, balance yourself. Oh, back up, I know. So most people will feel this a lot more in that top hip. Reason being, the leg is what's called abducted more, as in further away from your center line when you're up in this kneel position. Bring that leg back in. Actually, I lie. Bring that leg back out again. Before we move to the other side on this, I'm going to keep layering this into the side bend. So let's reach the arms wide. Lift that foot. Balance yourself down, down, stay there. Great. Let's bring the arm and the leg down. Now with the bottom leg, can you scoot that out to side plank? Bang, bring it back. And you can feel when you bring it back, you can kind of rest your weight on it. Push it long, bring it back. Push it long. So this is a nice little layer to again start to develop strength to be able to hold yourself with both legs long, but not for too long, right? We're just giving them a little bite-size, manageable time frame. Okay, on the next one, if you'd like to stay with your knee down, you can. Move it just a little further away from you. In fact, let's all try this layer to start with. Little dip of the hips towards the floor, push back up, side plank. Little dip, push back up. You're welcome to stay with the knee down if you like, or as you push up, find full side plank. Try it now, little dip and push. Second half of full version now will come into our side bend. Right up and over, push the side of the waistband to the ceiling, bring it back almost to the floor. Push, almost to floor, one more. As you bring it right down to the floor, bum touches, swivel the legs. Let's come up onto knees. The leg swivel was just a little flare. All right, so up you come tall. Let's try reaching the other leg out to the side. Arms go wide. Try the leg lift. Balance yourself. Down you go. All the way. And then all the way back up. Nicely done. So good. Lift. Great balance. So I'm going to give you a bit more of a challenge here. See when you land, if you could land really softly on your hand. Give it a try. Super soft landing. Yes, so good. Still feel free to bring the hand super flat on the floor as you land. Nice. Let's do one more. Great. Now on the next one, stay in the side position. As you lift the arm, we'll fold it right behind the head. See if you could lift the leg a little higher. Let's start with some pulses. Up you go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, 4, 3. Now we fold the leg in. Kneecap comes forward and back. Forward and back. When you bring it behind you, can it bring it right behind the hip? Yes. Still keeping that knee as high as you can. Start to extend the leg if you'd like to now. So we're coming into full version. Kick front, kick back. Can you keep the leg as high as is possible for you? Whew, go for 3, 2. As you bring it back to center, stay center. Up you come. Find your balance. Drop the arms for a second. Give them a little rest, a little roll around, a little shake. Here we come into our side bend. Reach wide. Hover the leg. Balance yourself. Down you go. All the way. Nice. Arm and leg touch down to the floor. Here we go with a layer towards side bend. Push, place. Long, place. If you need to, move this hand closer to make it a little easier. You could go fist if you want to. If someone really had a sore wrist, like carpal tunnel or something like that, you could always come to elbow. Doesn't make it easier though, except for the wrist. Okay, if you'd like to, you could either stay with the knee down and just move that knee out a little bit for our hip dips, or you could stay with long legs. Let's try a long leg version if you'd like to. Full side bend now. Let's come into the reach over, bring it down. Lift side of the waistband up to the ceiling. One more. As you bring it down, bum touches the floor. Keep your legs crossed. Let's roll. Now one leg is crossed over the other and we're ready for boomerang. Center yourself on your mat. Make sure you've got room behind you. Okay, my favorite exercise. Here we go. Let's start with just the roll over. Switch the legs, roll up to this position. Let's try. Roll over, switch the legs, roll up. Try that again for me. Roll over, switch the legs, roll up. Good. Now when you switch the legs, can you keep your legs locked completely straight? Yes. Nice one. One more. As you roll up, stay seated. Now let's do the second part of this exercise. Reach your arms behind you, almost like you're holding a big beach ball. Can you pulse the ball towards the ceiling as your nose goes to your knees? 3, 2, 1. Sit tall, hands to the mat. Go again. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat. One more. As you place your hands to the mat, let's try adding these things together now. So we'll do 1 legs over, 1 set of bounces. Here we go. Roll over, switch. Roll up, bounce. 3, 2, hands to the mat, roll over. Switch. Roll up. Nicely done. Pulse. Pulse. Great pulses. Nice, Magdalena. Beautiful arms, everyone. Yes, Achan. I reckon you would get that beach ball to the ceiling with those pulses. I like it. 1 more. As you roll up, stay seated, do your pulses, and then hands to the floor, grow tall through the body. Great. Okay, let's come into seal next. So for seal, obviously a layer would just be rolling back, aka rolling like a ball. With this exercise, let's imagine we've already done that, and let's work on the balance element and the clap element of this one. I'm just going to move my mat back a little. It keeps migrating forwards. Okay, come into your round back shape, fold your knees outwards. Lift 1 foot off the floor, reach under, grab the bottom of that foot. Try the other side as well. So the soles of the feet are together. My arms are through the middle of my legs. Yes, round your back, look towards your heels. Try clapping the feet. Clap, 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 clap. Such good balance, everyone. Okay, let's add our rolling back now and try the full exercise. I'd like you to look right down, round your back to the max. Roll back, roll up, balance, hold. Can you clap twice here? Clap, clap. Roll back. As you roll up, hold for a second. Push your elbows into your legs and your legs into your arms. Can you feel that that gives you some balance here? Try the clapping now. Try again, roll back. As you roll up, push with the legs and the arms to clap. Beautiful balance. 2 more. So this is the full version. And let's add to this now because we can. So I'm going to layer up a little bit on this one now. As you roll back, can you do a double clap back there as well? So we'll roll, clap 1, clap 2, roll up, clap 1, clap 2. Roll back, clap 1, clap 2. So you're going to have to put the brakes on while you're back there. And the challenge is to keep as much C-curve as you can, even while you're back in that shape. Give it a try. Magdalena, so good, really nice. Last 2. Yes, a chance, see if you can put the brakes on for just a little longer. Great, last one. As you come up, find your balance. And let's transition into crab. So keep your legs there, unhook your arms. Like, show off your hands. Cross your right shin over the left shin. Reach the arms around the outside to grab the soles of the feet. I'm grabbing the soles of the feet. Good, now just try switching legs. And switch. And switch. And switch. 1 more, switch. So we're practicing balance here and the leg switch element. Now we're going to roll back and do the leg switch while we're back there. Give it a try. Roll back, switch, come up, balance. Find your balance position, push into your hands, keep your C-curve. Try again. Roll back, switch, roll up, find your balance. Yes, roll back, switch. 1 more. As you find your balance, pause for a second. Okay, just check out the amount of space that you have in front of you. maybe maximize it. You need just enough room to roll back for your body. Little bit more space in front of you. Okay, come back to your start position for me. One shin stacked over the other shin as much as you can. Good, round your for me now. Here we go, roll back, switch the legs. As you roll up, can you come up and over the knees, onto the top of the head, and push the back of the t-shirt up to the ceiling, forwards to the wall. Bring it back, switch the legs. Roll up and over the knees, onto the head, roll it right up and over. Give it another try. Roll back, switch the legs. Yes. So good, rolling onto the very top of the head. Love it. Great from all of you. So good. As you come back up, stay seated. Massive round of applause. That was really, really nice. Okay, switch over onto your tummies for me now. We're coming into rocking. Okay. This is one that pretty much in a class I would always layer because there's usually someone in the class that's really maybe not comfortable with quite strong extension. So I'll give them different layers here. Firstly, let's start with the hands stacked under the forehead. Reach around, grab the leg that's closest to the screen with that hand. So you're grabbing the foot really, foot or ankle. The head can rest on the hand here. I'd like you to pull your foot first of all down towards your bum. And then you know that crease that happens in the front of your shorts or the front of your tights at the hip? Can you press that crease downwards towards the floor, keeping the pull of the foot to the bum? You might feel a little stretch in, might even be a strong stretch. And relax, keep a hold of the foot. And let's go again. Pull the foot down, press the crease down towards the floor. And little release. Okay, a little different this time, but keep a hold of the same foot. Push it backwards until it stretches your arm completely. Then keep pushing it backwards to the wall behind you. Lift your gaze. You can use your push from your bottom hand to help lift you taller. Push your foot right back into your hand and you'll find it helps lift you. Come on back down again. Let's try that again. Push the foot back. Stretch the arm as you lift up. Now, could you push your foot more into your hand to lift you more? Come on back down. Switch legs. Other side. Good. So you're grabbing the foot or the ankle here. Push backwards with, actually I lied, pull the foot towards your bum. And then the hip crease presses downwards towards the floor. And little release, but keep a hold of the foot. Go again. Pull the foot down, press the hip crease downwards. And little release. This one, push the foot backwards now. Start to lift your gaze to look forwards. Push your foot to the wall behind you as you lift higher, higher. You can use some push of the front hand if you like. And bring it back down. Let's try again. Push the foot back. Keep pushing it back to lift you higher and higher. And bring it back down. Great. Now you could stay with that layer if you like, or double up, grab both feet or both ankles. Okay, let's go to another layer here with both. So push the feet backwards, stretch the arms. Now can you push the feet big time to help lift your head up, up, up. Bring it back down. Go again, push the feet backwards to lift the top of the head. Bring it back down. For those of you who'd like to come to full version of rocking now, let's give it a try. Push it back, hold the tension and rock. Push the feet backwards to the wall behind you to help get that lift. 3, 2, relax it down. Unfold your legs, hands shift under the shoulders, push back into your rest position. Give the back a lovely little stretch out the other way. Feels pretty good usually. Excellent. As you roll yourself up, let's swivel the bum around onto the floor. We're second to last exercise here with arguably one of the hardest exercises in the series, control balance. The control balance is really about the balance element, so let's give it a try. Lie on your back. Arms by your side, legs long. Pointed toes. Okay, let's layer this a little bit. We'll roll over with the legs. See if you could tap your toes to the floor if that's possible for you. And then let's bring the hands into the back of the waistband. Good, try lifting one leg right up towards the ceiling. Pause there for a second. Could that leg now go even further towards the wall away from you? Yes, bring it back down to the floor. Try the other toes, lift them up. Once they've got vertical, could they go beyond vertical further? And bring it back down. One more each leg. Yes, you can lean on your hands. As you bring the toes back down, release the arms and roll yourself back down to the floor. Bend the knees in, little hug of the knees, little side to side rock. Good. So now we're going to try the full version of control balance. This one, the arms reach back. So we'll start with the arms by the side. Stretch your legs. Let's roll over. Tap the toes to the floor if you can here, and then reach your hands right up towards your toes. Good. Now could your toes slide any further away from your head on the floor? Good. Now lift one leg up towards the ceiling. You're holding the other ankle now. Can you bring that leg a little higher, little higher, a little higher? If you fall down, I don't care. Bring that leg back down again. Try the other side. So the idea is that you push that leg so far that it makes you want to fall. Bring it back down. Try the other side. Good. Now I'd actually like you to try going so far. Yes, Lauren. Go so far with that leg that it actually does make you fall. Like it just pushes you past the edge. Good, Sophia. Yes. Try again. Yes, Achan. Nice. Okay, now take it to the edge where you think you can just control it without falling. Give it a try. If you do fall, I don't care because I know that you've pushed it to your edge. But that is where the balance element of this exercise comes into play. Yes, Magdalena. Yes, Hillary. So good, everyone. Last two, please. As you do the last one, you'll bring both sets of toes down near to the hands, then release the hands long down onto the mat, roll yourself all the way down. Hug your legs into your chest and a nice little side to side rock. Brilliant. Roll yourself up to seated. Cross one leg over the other, hands places behind, swivel onto your toes. Nice one. As you shoot your bum upwards, your head comes downwards. Here you are in your forwards hang position. Can you grab behind your ankles for me now and pull the back of your t-shirt up towards the ceiling like elephant or like a cat curl shape? We're coming into push-up now, so let's walk forwards with the hands, come into a plank position, and for our first layer, we're going to come down onto knees. Good. Try 3 push-ups here, just small ones. Come down halfway, even less if you'd like to. As you push back up, walk the hands back towards the knees, tuck the toes, push the knees off the floor. Shoot the bum up, head down, grab the ankles, pull the back of the t-shirt. Walk forwards. Find your long plank position. Knees down. Give me 3 push-ups, and if you want to challenge yourself more, get a little deeper now with them. As you push back up, walk your hands back towards your knees. Push your knees off the floor, bum up, head down. Grab behind the ankles, pull the tummy away from the legs or the back of the t-shirt towards the ceiling. Let's advance on this one now. So we're going to walk forwards. Find your plank position. Option for knees down, of course, otherwise stay up on toes. Start small with the push-ups. Let's do 3. Push, just like an inch down, inch up. Good. On the last one, walk yourself back to your toes. Grab behind the legs, pull the back of the t-shirt to the ceiling. Okay, let's do the full version now. Walking out. Find plank. Obviously choose a layer if you need to with knees. As you do your push-up, you try and tap your chin down to the floor. Push yourself back up. Walk back to your feet. So there's just the one push-up in the full version. Grab behind the legs, pull the back of the t-shirt. Let's try that one more time. Walking out. You've got the option to drop knees if you'd like. As you push up, you tap the chin towards the floor. Push. Walk yourself back. Grab behind the ankles and let's slowly roll up over 8, 7. Head will be coming last. 4, 3. Once you're at the top, shake out the body. So good. Really, really nice. Okay, come and find a little spot on your floor. I'm going to do a little balance. So if you're on quite a squishy mat, find a flatter spot of floor for me. Arms to the side. Reach the fingertips wide. Let's take a rise onto the toes and a lower of the heels to the floor. Good, and rise. As you lower, lower the arms. As you rise, rise the arms. Good, lower and lift. One more time. As you come up onto your rise, can you stay lifted? Heels come halfway down. Good. Arms come halfway down. Grow the top of the neck tall, or the top of the head tall to the ceiling. Can you stay like this now? Close your eyes for 1 second. Open. Close your eyes for 2 seconds. 1. Open. Close your eyes for 3, 2, 1. Open. Close your eyes for 8. 3. As you open, heels touch down. Arms lift up. Take a huge breath in. 3 big swings. Here we go. 3. And lift. And 2. One more. As you lift, hold the lift. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. And you are done for today. Awesome work. What a series. 22 through 37. Plus 1 to 10 for your warm-up. You nearly got through the whole flow. Really great. Now, if anyone has any questions about any of those layers or any of those exercises, please feel free to jump in. Any questions or comments? Quiet bunch today.
Obviously, thank you.
You're very welcome, Magdalena.
It was fantastic.
I was impressed by all of your crab. With crab from every single one of you, you rolled right over, right onto the crown of the head. Spot on. Really, really lovely. Any other questions or comments that you'd like to add? Thanks for your message, Olivia.
When you teach control balance, do you always encourage even beginners and stuff to fall, or is that just for us learning?
Once people get to the point where they trust themselves to even bring the leg almost to vertical, that's when I encourage them to start. So if it was a very, very beginner that was brand spanking new to this exercise, instead I'd probably encourage the hands behind the waistband so that they could even get the shape of the legs initially. And then I'd encourage that fall factor once people can understand the balance component of this element, which I knew that all of you could. Yep, great question. Cool. Any other questions or comments? All done skis for today. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you found that helpful, and see you again next week. Have a good one.
Yep.
See you soon.